Alright, you want to double check YouTube real quick?
Yeah, I can do that. Hold on.
Hello, everybody.
How's it going? Checking YouTube. Just make sure that we can do.
Can you hear us?
I think so. Yeah, it's got quite the delay, but you can hear it.
Okay,
Alright,
so we're going. Alright, everybody, we're going to get the podcast going. Just got to get everything set up for it. Let's get this recording so we can get going. Here we go. Alright, welcome to another episode of Sports Talk with Cooper and Big Man. This is Big Man, joining me as always my brother Cooper. Cooper, how you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. It's my son's birthday, so happy birthday, son.
Yes, sir.
Love you, kid.
Happy birthday, Aiden. We love you. Glad you had a birthday. It's too bad it's not football time yet, but it's almost there.
Yep.
Which is why we're going to be talking some football right now, actually.
Yes, that's what's up.
So let's get down to it. Let me just get this readjusted here so I can see what we're reading. Alright. Hang on. There we go. Now I can read it. Alright, so let's dive down into some college football talk. First up, we have college football weekend kicked off this last Saturday, August 27th, with none of the top 25 participating as they make their debuts this coming Saturday, and of course actually starting tomorrow too. That day you will have the Georgia Bulldogs beginning their defend of the national championship against the Oregon Ducks in Atlanta. 3 of the top 25 teams that will debut on Thursday will be Oklahoma State, who hosts Central Michigan. Pittsburgh will host their backyard rival, West Virginia, who haven't squared off since West Virginia moved to the Big 12. Number 22, Wake Forest hosts Virginia Military Institute. On Friday night, on September 2nd, you have Michigan State hosting Western Michigan. And of course, besides the Georgia-Oregon game, there are 2 other top 25 versus top 25 matchups opening the weekend. Number 23, Cincinnati, goes down to Fayetteville to take on the number 19 Arkansas Razorbacks. And number 5, Notre Dame heads up to Columbus, Ohio to take on the Buckeyes. Cooper, football season's finally kicking off squarely in college football. Any matchups besides, of course, the obvious? We're going to be walking all over the
that's
the Dogs and Ducks.
That's the obvious, right? What about you, brother?
I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing what Cincinnati can do. You know, they're the first non-Power 5 team to make it into the college football playoff. They're kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit because they're going to be starting at 23 in the top 25 this year. So they got a big hill to climb, but a good chance to make a statement against Arkansas down in Fayetteville.
Definitely, man, because Arkansas and Razorbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes,
they were pretty hot last year. They kind of fizzled out towards the end of the season, but watch out. They're coming.
If they can stay healthy, man.
Absolutely, man. I enjoyed this last weekend. Of course, I really liked watching the Notre Dame. Sorry, Ireland caught my Irish.
Right.
Northwestern taking on Nebraska, the 2 other N schools in the Big Ten, as they faced off in Ireland. That was a great game. I enjoyed that game a lot. It was kind of cool to see it on the pitch in Ireland.
It's just so nice to see football back, dude.
It is. Football back is so good.
Yeah,
love it.
It makes life a little bit more easier, especially around our house.
Yes. It's the right time of year. That's
right?
What it is.
Yeah, there you go.
It's our favorite time of year. So I'm looking forward to those matchups as we get closer and closer to those. Of course, I'm just going to be a nervous wreck because the Ducks have to come all the way down to Atlanta and face the Dogs.
Yeah, the thing that sucks is, people are going to be talking shit. They're going to be running their mouths. They already have, we've already had some run-ins with people that want to run their mouths. Oh, Georgia's going to beat the Ducks. Well, Georgia's the defending national champions. Come on, guys. Yeah. So this is going to be a good test for the Ducks.
Absolutely.
The only thing I am concerned with is new quarterback, new system. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're going to have Bo Nix, former Auburn quarterback, takes over the starting reins. So that's going to be interesting. Of course, we have a whole new coaching staff, but it sounds like we're going to kind of go back to what we used to run towards in the Chip Kelly era, which was that spread offense, throw it around, look for gaps and all that fun stuff. We're going to probably try to spread Georgia out.
Keep the speed up. What's up?
What helps though, I think it's going to help. We do have a pretty good talent on. We have pretty good talent on defense, and our head coach is former defensive coordinator for the defending national champion Georgia Bulldogs, Dan Lanning. So he kind of knows what the offense is going to run, so it's not going to be too much of a surprise. It's just how well prepared are we going to be for the game.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not entirely sure we're going to win it, but I'd at least like it to be respectable.
Definitely, man.
All right, man. So next up, the big news from the offseason in college football, though, came in the form of the announcement that the USC Trojans and UCLA Bruins will eventually depart the Pac-12 to join the Big Ten. This was coming off the heels of the announcement that we talked a while back about the Texas Longhorns and Oklahoma Sooners leaving the Big 12 and moving eventually to the SEC. There have been recent rumblings, though, that UCLA regents may try to prevent the move for UCLA to the Big Ten, as they are part of the University of California Regents and General Council. The Chancellor of USA has not given full power to have a final say when it comes to this kind of movement for universities. It says the Chancellor, it says it's up to the Chancellor President of the university and the Regents of the Council. This, of course, has led to Nike founder and Oregon alum and / booster Phil Knight to try and convince the Big Ten to have Oregon in as well, or even over UCLA, since UCLA is having such internal drama about the move. So it'll be interesting to see how that whole scenario shakes out.
It's definitely going to be interesting and big shakeups going on. I like this.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be very interesting. I personally would like to. I wouldn't mind seeing Oregon for a few years until we get official word on whether or not the college football playoff is going to expand or not. Maybe even think about going independent. We have a big enough national brand. We have a big booster in Phil Knight with Nike.
Yeah.
I just think going maybe independent for a little bit might be a good way to just kind of get a feel out. That gives you a chance to open up your schedule more, get more opportunities to face better programs. You can try to get Alabama on there every once in a while. You can face Georgia more often. You can go face ACC teams. You can take on Clemson. You can take on anybody in the Big Ten that you want. Michigan, Ohio State more often that way. Face Notre Dame if you want to go that route, and all sorts of other ways.
We'll definitely see what happens with them, man. It's a big shakeup. I enjoy it. It's something different.
It is. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the final shakeout. There has been rumblings and rumors that the top 64 programs may actually consider just pulling away from the NCAA altogether and maybe splitting themselves up in divisions that way.
And I know you're happy about that.
Yeah, because the NCAA is just run by a bunch of idiots. I'm not going to make that comparison. That'll be nice.
Let's not jump on that soapbox.
Yeah, I won't make any comparisons that's going on to that either. Anyways, so the NFL offseason, preseason has been relatively quiet. There has not been any major injuries that typically happen this time of year. Teams do not, of course, play starters as much or at all during preseason games. Rams is one of those. Yeah. And the NFL has done its best to lighten training camp practices the best they can. There was a ruling with the Deshaun Watson situation now that he's a Brown, after an arbitrator suggested a 6-game suspension with conduct detrimental to the league. The league appealed, and another arbitrator was looking into everything with the league while wanting a full season and a fine. However, Watson's agent and legal team met with the league in a mutual agreement to an 11-game suspension and a $5 million fine. Of course, this wasn't enough for the league, as rookie punter Matt Araiza was accused of taking part in a gang rape of a 17-year-old girl while at San Diego State. Araiza was held out at Buffalo Bills' last preseason game at the organization, and the league would investigate allegations. Then on Saturday, the Bills did end up releasing Araiza amid the allegations.
Yeah, man.
It was quiet.
I know you and we stay quiet in these situations because honestly, until you know all the facts, it's kind of
Right.
like it's hard to talk about it because you don't want to push any buttons or say the wrong thing because you don't know.
Right.
It's detrimental to that player. It's detrimental to the program. It's detrimental to everything that sports stands for. And do I believe they deserve to be punished for their behaviors? Maybe.
Right.
But I say, we live in a free country. This is, innocent until proven guilty. But situations like that's a little different. So
Yeah, unfortunately.
it's really crappy.
Yeah, it is, and it's going to be hard for him. And it just it makes me wonder though, because Buffalo said they didn't hear anything about it until June, but the guy was considered the best punter going into the draft, and had a lot of people had him as a fourth round grade. Like you're going to take this guy in the fourth round, and he slipped all the way to the sixth round, and pretty late in the sixth round, not like a early sixth round, hey, we're just going to go ahead and get him because he's there. It was a late sixth rounder. So it makes me wonder, how did you not know? Because it seemed like all 31 other teams knew. Because especially, I was looking at the, because I didn't know, obviously, but you have investigators, you find out about kids, all that stuff.
Yeah.
When you're an organization, you're a multi-billion-dollar organization. You want to make sure you have everything, all your facts about somebody. But I was just saying, because I was sitting there going, how did the Rams, because we let go of Johnny Hecker.
Yeah.
And I was like, we need a punter. Why aren't we getting this kid? And then he ended up going in the sixth round to the Bills, and I was like, geez, what the heck happened? Because other punters went before him, too. It wasn't just like he was the first punter at his spot where he was picked. Other punters went, and I'm like, this kid can kick it so freaking well. What is going on? So I'm like, what is going on? And then, of course, this comes out, and you're just like,
then you're like, oh, okay. The light bulb turns on, and then it's like, crap.
yeah, and you're just like, oh, crap. That makes sense now.
Yeah.
And it's an unfortunate circumstance, but like we said, we're not going to say much more about it because we believe innocent until proven guilty. So until he's proven guilty, the NFL said they can't actually do anything for punishment for him themselves because conduct detrimental to the league because he wasn't an NFL player at the time of the accusations, which was back in October of last year. So it's almost been a full year.
The only thing I will say on it is, I don't believe in rape or anything like that. I think that anybody that does something like that, they deserve punishment.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if he's guilty, yes.
Guilty, then yeah, man, because that
Absolutely.
that's just not right.
We're not condoning anything.
So
We're just not going to, until we know he's actually guilty,
yeah.
then, we're not going to have an opinion one way or another officially on it. But yes, we do not condone any of that behavior.
No.
We're just saying, until he's actually found guilty, then we will.
That's why we're so quiet on the subjects too, because it's so touchy. It's like,
because you don't want to make anybody mad, but at the same time, I believe in due process.
Yeah.
You believe in due process. So until he's proven guilty, we'll just go ahead and stay quiet about it because we don't want to have anybody going, well, your feelings are so this way about it. It's like, well,
it's kind of like with Deshaun Watson. We kept quiet all season last year about it because it's not something that I want to talk about.
Right. All right. So let's get into the kickoff weekend for the NFL, which commences not this weekend, but the following weekend.
Yeah, right.
Beginning on Thursday, September 8th, as the Rams will begin their reign as the defending Super Bowl champs. And I'm not going to do all the reigning, defending, all that Paul Heyman stuff.
Defending, undisputed. Oh,
okay. Anyways. They will be taking on this year's favorite to win the Super Bowl, the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo lost a heartbreaker last year in the divisional round against the Chiefs when, with 13 seconds left, Patrick Mahomes marched the Chiefs into field goal range, got the game into overtime, and ripped the Bills' heart right out with a game-winning touchdown in overtime. The Rams, of course, won a slugfest against a feisty and stunning Bengals team that no one thought would even be remotely near the playoffs last year, let alone in the Super Bowl. An injury to Odell Beckham Jr. might have kept the Bengals in that Super Bowl, as they seemed to have no answer for him, and he looked destined to be the Super Bowl MVP. Cooper, what are your thoughts on the opening weekend of the NFL?
Dude,
Well, some of it. At least that game.
This game is gonna be. It's gonna be a good game. The only thing I don't like is if the Rams don't win this game. That automatically puts their mojo down. You know how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
You're the defending champions. You want to come in. You want to win a game.
Yeah.
And that's a tough feat to beat the Bills right off the bat.
Right. The only thing that I have a problem with those, because all the emotion is, because they're going to be hanging the banner and all that other fun stuff.
Yeah.
It's going to be kind of an emotional moment, and it's like, are you really going to have your full,
Attention.
attention, your full heart into it? You're going to be ready to go, emotions level, ready to get into the fight mode.
Yeah.
The only one I really don't have a problem seeing having a problem with that is going to be Aaron Donald. Because once that, he's like a boxer. Once that bell rings, he's going to try to kill you.
Yeah.
Then when that bell rings again, then he goes back to just, what's up, bro? I love you. Come here.
Big ass teddy bear.
Yeah, he's like a big old teddy bear in between when it's not go time.
Big dude too.
I know. They all like, well, he's 6'1". I go, yeah, I was 6'1" and built like a freaking bus.
It's like a bus, man.
I mean, my goodness. I wouldn't want him to freaking run at me, let alone tackle me or anything else.
Even walking up to the guy, he's kind of like,
well, we didn't walk up on him. He walked up on us because we were already at the gate when we met him, and we're just like,
yeah. I've never really been that starstruck, but with Aaron Donald, I was like, hi, dude.
Right?
It's just because he demands that, like, you can feel it off of him.
He's got a presence where you are,
Yeah.
he's the man.
Yep.
He's the man. But I love his wife, Erica. His wife, Erica, is just great. I loved her, too. She's fantastic.
She was very sweet to us.
Oh, she was. She's like, don't worry, guys. I'll make sure he comes to you. Don't worry. I was like, thank you. All right. So, over opening weekend, though, we do have some interesting games. The Carolina Panthers will host the Cleveland Browns, which will have Baker Mayfield squaring off against his former team.
That's going to be a good game, dude.
Mm-hmm. The revenge game.
Yes, I want to see what he does.
And of course, we do have other quarterbacks making their debut with new teams, as Marcus Mariota and the Falcons will be hosting the New Orleans Saints. Mitchell Trubisky will lead the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, actually, if you believe Tomlin, he hasn't really named a starter yet, but all signs point to Mitch Trubisky. Will lead the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Cincinnati Bengals. Either way, you're going to have a new quarterback if it's Pickett or if it's Trubisky. So,
yeah, either way, right now, I think if the Steelers are going in against the Bengals are not in a good mood. And if you've seen anything from the training camp stuff,
I watched them against the Rams in the preseason game, and they were so happy to beat our backups.
Did you see the practice thing they did, though? The practice scrimmage where everybody got into it?
Yeah.
That was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
They were so happy to beat us. They're like, yeah, we won. I'm like, okay, enjoy your preseason game. Enjoy your preseason win while we go like this.
Yeah.
Where's this? Oh, wait, that's on us.
Yeah.
Get out of here with your schmuckies.
But I think that the Steelers better watch out because, you've got a new quarterback coming in no matter which way you look at it. It's going to be a tough game. So.
Luckily, though, either way, either quarterback, you just don't need the turnovers. If you can manage the game by not turning the ball over, you're going to be in business. Because you got Najee Harris, you got a good receiving core, you got Pat Freiermuth, and, of course, T.J. Watt is one vicious sack away from giving you another possession.
Crazy.
So,
T.J.
Watt.
That's crazy, man. He's just somebody that when you watch him, he scans the whole field, and that dude is phenomenal. He's crazy.
All right. All right, and also you have debuting this weekend Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders as they will host the Jacksonville Jaguars. Matt Ryan leads the Indianapolis Colts against the Houston Texans in Houston. And the Monday Night Football game will feature Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos returning to Seattle to take on the Seahawks.
That's gonna be a good game too, dude. We've got a full weekend packed full of just good games going on, man. I am excited for it.
I want to say it's going to be a good Monday night game, but I think it's only going to be a good Monday night game if you're a Bronco fan.
Sure.
Or a Russell Wilson fan.
Yeah.
I am! And I'm so happy that he's no longer Seahawks. Now I can really love him.
We can really cheer for him. So.
It's like, I can really love him now, dude, because when you were a Seahawks, it was really hard.
Yeah.
Because you're going up against my team all the freaking time. Now you're a Bronco. Go have fun. I mean, we get to face you this year again. I was like, dude, how bad is it that you get traded and you're like, all right, I don't have to face Donald twice a year. Oh, by the way, you got traded to a team, you're going to have to still face him once. And you're like, son of a
Yeah.
crap. That's bullcrap. But yeah, that's going to be good. I'm also looking forward to Marcus getting his second chance.
Yeah. Dude.
As a starter. We obviously know he got to go to Vegas and be back up to Carr, but I mean, his second chance as a starting quarterback.
This is his final chance, and I think that he's going to do well, dude. I mean, he's a little bit more seasoned now, and, he's
Just don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Stay healthy. For the love of God, stay healthy.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of your problem in Tennessee. Also, their offensive line early on sucked, so that didn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. And the San Francisco 49ers are also starting a new quarterback this year, and that will be last year's number 3 overall pick, Trey Lance. Last year's starter, Jimmy Garoppolo, had off-season surgery on his shoulder, which limited his ability to practice, and some believe limited the Niners' trade options for him. There were rumblings that the Browns lost Watson. If the Browns had lost Watson for the full season, that they would have explored a trade for Garoppolo. The team will be on the hook for $26 million this season if Garoppolo is still on the roster week 1. There are rumors that he is released outright, that the Seahawks would grab him. And then, I forgot to update this. If you haven't heard, Garoppolo restructured his deal and will now be the backup for the 49ers with his new restructured deal. And also saved the Niners, I think, about $10 million.
Well, I mean, I think it's good for him, dude. I mean, he already knows the offense. And if things don't work out with Trey Lance, you got your quarterback.
Yeah, but I kind of had to feel like I just lost my starting job because I didn't win the NFC title game against my rival, the Rams.
Yeah, but
that kind of sucks.
he already had a feeling that he was going to be.
I know, but still, I'd still rather go to another team.
Well, maybe he'll come back with a chip on his shoulder. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be interesting to see what kind of leash Trey Lance has. How crappy does he have to be for them to pull the ripcord and go, you know what, put Jimmy back out there. Screw this.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Definitely is.
So there will also be new head coaches this year. And we're going to talk about their debuts.
Oh, yeah.
The new head coaches will be making their debuts this weekend include Dennis Allen, who leads those Saints against the Falcons in Atlanta. Matt Eberflus, who leads the Bears against the 49ers, their new quarterback. Former 49ers OC Mike McDaniel will lead the Dolphins against the Patriots in Miami. Former Eagles Super Bowl winning head coach Doug Peterson will visit former division rival Washington Commanders with his new team in Jacksonville. Head coach Lovie Smith has another opportunity to lead an NFL team as he commands the reins of the Houston Texans against the Colts. Brian Daboll and the New York Giants will head to Nashville to take on the Tennessee Titans. Kevin O'Connell looks to revamp the Minnesota offense as they host the hated Green Bay Packers. Former Patriots offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels has his second chance to be the man of a team when he takes the Las Vegas Raiders into Los Angeles to face division rival Chargers. On Sunday Night Football, Todd Bowles also has his second chance as a head coach in the NFL, as he'll be the leader of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they go into Dallas to square off with the Cowboys. And of course, on Monday Night Football again, Nathaniel Hackett gets his first crack at as a head coach as he leads the Broncos and Russell Wilson into Seattle to take on Russ's former team, the
So
Seahawks.
all new coaches, man.
All those new coaches.
This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be good, dude. I like it. They're revamping things, and you know, and Russell Wilson's no longer a Seahawk, so that's awesome.
That's great.
Doug Peterson, man, I can't wait to see what he does with the Jaguars, man, because you know, Lawrence. I know it wasn't just it being his rookie year. There was a lot of drama in that locker room, and I think he handled it like a professional, and I think that his second year around will be a lot better.
Right. What's terrible is that his drama was his own head coach.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And Urban Meyer's like, dude, what are you doing? He made it so. I was just like, dude, I mean, I don't even know what to do with this anymore. It's like, what are we doing here? I'm like, come on, man. It was just crazy stuff. Crazy. I was just like, Jacksonville, you're not this bad. You shouldn't look like a freaking JV team trying to play against varsity teams like this. It's like crazy.
Yeah, the only good game they had was Josh Allen versus Josh Allen. Like it wasn't even the Bills versus the Jaguars. Okay, let's be honest here.
It was Josh Allen versus Josh Allen.
Yeah.
It was the Highlander
There
game.
can only be one.
There can only be one. Who is the Highlander? Oh wait, it was our Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I felt bad for Josh Allen, quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, because it's just like, you looked so good all year, and then there's this game in Jacksonville where the other Josh Allen said, "Hold my beer, because I'm the real Josh Allen."
Right?
He just went off on him. Picked him off. Strip sacked him. It was just nuts. Everything you can think of, he did to him. Except knock him out.
It was crazy, man. It was fun, though.
It was unbelievable. I loved every minute of it, though.
But I'm very excited for this upcoming season.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to be coming at you guys with more lives, more interaction, and you know, I'm excited about this. I'm glad to be back.
Yes, me too. Looking forward to this football season. It's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. It's great. Football's back, thank you. And my team's the defending champions. I finally have a defending championship season for the first time in forever. And they can't take this away from me. They can go, it was the COVID season. It wasn't really count football season like you did with my Lakers and Dodgers.
Didn't know that.
So, can't take this one away from us. We earned that one. That was a hard fight. I can't believe we still almost lost to the Bengals. And again, I swear, Odell didn't get hurt. I don't think there was anybody stopping Odell because he was just running wild in the secondary on Cincinnati.
Yeah, man.
That was crazy. Of course, you know, and they also got away with that freaking pass interference offense to start the second half. I was just like, oh my God, this game's gonna get out of hand.
Oh man, you guys should have seen him. I thought he was gonna have a stroke, dude. Like for real.
I might have had 5 heart attacks. I never know. I was just like, I think I died at one point. I might have been dead. I don't know.
But I'm glad you got the Super Bowl win, brother, and we get to start off a new season, and hopefully we have a team here in Florida, man. I mean, if it's not Jacksonville, it's got to be. And we can't say anything about Tampa Bay because, you know, it's Tampa Bay. They got Tom Brady, whatever. But hopefully either Jacksonville or the Dolphins, they do something this year.
Dolphins have, it's basically Tua. It's on Tua. Dolphins have the team.
Yeah.
Do they have the quarterback? And I like Tua.
I do too.
But there's times where it's just like, I'm like.
It's kind of like we said, like, how Alabama ran. You had how many 5-star players
Yeah.
at each position. It's just, they were stacked.
Yeah.
So you really can't tell someone's greatness until they move on.
Right, because you have four or five star offensive linemen in front of you. Seriously, I don't even think one offensive lineman in his run was under a 4-star.
And how many of them have gone to the draft in the past couple of years?
Exactly, and then you have how many receivers and the tight ends, just like. And it sucks because you don't, and of course running backs, good lord, oh my god, Najee and whatnot, and it's just like, so it's like, Tua, we know you're good, but come on,
bro.
So I give credit to Miami. They went in free agency, got him receivers. They traded for
They got
Tyreek.
him the cheetah. If he can't do something with the cheetah,
He's screwed if he can't do
on,
anything with Tyreek Hill. So it's unbelievable though. And I just like, and they got him a good left tackle if Armstead can stay healthy.
yeah.
That will help if he's a healthy tackle this year. That will help a lot. Other than that, it's just like, so you have the talent, and it's basically now on him.
Yeah, man. I want a team we can root for around here. I mean, don't get me wrong, Tampa Bay.
I'm not rooting for Tampa.
Okay.
As soon as Tom's gone, then I'll start rooting for Tampa again.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a big Tom Brady fan.
I was like, yes, Tom Brady retired, and like, I was sat there and I'm like, he's not retired.
No.
He's not retired. Something tells me he's not going to stay retired. The days kept ticking. I'm like, maybe he's going to stay retired. He's like, no, he's not going to. And he did. And I was like, don't do that. Freaking ball will be back. Because I knew he couldn't let it go. He couldn't let it go how he lost. The way he lost in the division round against the Rams, he couldn't let it go. I knew he couldn't let it go. Well, bubble. It's like, let it go, Tom. You can't go out as a Super Bowl champion like you wanted. Oh, he's going to sure try it again. Bastard.
He's going to break every freaking passing record there is.
Career-wise, yeah, pretty much.
So.
I'm just like, good God. Oh, remember when Drew Brees said he might come back? I'm like, what are you doing, Drew? Just go away. He didn't re-sign with NBC. And then he's like, oh, I might come back. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Go away, dude.
Yeah.
Your arm was shot last year. You guys should have beaten Tampa Bay the third time in the playoffs, but your arm was shot.
Well, I'm kind of glad the Steelers have a new quarterback because I've been clamoring.
Oh my God,
for
Ben's arm
for
been
years now.
Ben's arm was shot freaking 3 years ago.
Yeah.
At least 3 years ago, his arm was shot. And they just kept, I'm like, dude, stop with this guy. You're just begging, pleading,
It's
everything.
kind of like looking at LeBron now. Let's get honest. LeBron is.
I can't really get on LeBron. It's just his health now. His body's finally breaking
His
down.
body's breaking.
He can still put up 28 points a
He's still
game.
good, but I mean, when he's off, man. So.
Well, he's always been kind of off. When he's off,
Then there's that.
there's been times where you just look at him like, dude, just drive to the bucket and get a score that way. Quit shooting this outside shot. You can't hit it tonight.
Yeah.
And then he'll hit one and think he's just on fire all of a sudden and put up 5 more and miss him. It's like, bro, stop with your shooting. Drive to the basket and get it that way. I'm tired of you. It's good Lord. It's like watching.
Yes, man. So glad to be back with football talk and
Love it.
and doing lives. I mean, even if no one's on here, who cares? We're having fun with this, and if you watch it later, thank you so much. We appreciate
If
you.
you watch it later, you listen to it later.
Yep.
Because it will be on Spotify at 10 o'clock, so looking forward to that. And of course, any other way you want to listen to, or you get your podcasts in audio form.
Yep.
Spotify, Bullhorn. I've never heard of Bullhorn, but we've had downloads on Bullhorn like crazy lately. It's weird.
Nice.
So surprisingly, we had over 200 downloads in one day on the first of this month that we didn't know about.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
On Bullhorn.
Well, thank you, Bullhorn.
Yeah, thank you to whoever was watching on Bullhorn.
Yep.
Or listening to on Bullhorn. Anyways, but so however you get your podcast, be sure to tune in for that. If you missed it here. We'll be back tomorrow. We will be doing sports talk, a little baseball, basketball talk for you.
One more live for you, baby.
One more live for you for the week, and then we'll also discuss how our scheduling is going to work after that. Yes. Because we're going to basically do a live rotation, and we'll talk to you about, we'll tell you all how that goes, how that will go tomorrow. So, yes.
All right, brother.
Anybody got any questions, comments, or concerns before we head off here? Anybody? I do see we had someone on here on YouTube, but no chat yet.
I don't see anything on Facebook.
No Facebook comments, questions, or concerns.
All right.
So I guess that will do it for us then. Make sure nothing pops up over there real quick, because this is a little behind.
Yeah.
YouTube's a little lagging for some reason. But I think it's because it's going through one program to another program.
That we got this crazy
Storm, yeah. Sorry, I'm too close to y'all now. There we go. Let's just turn it down. That's better that way. Alright, so that will do it for us here at Sports Talk. And as always, keep on talking sports. Alright. I should have went here first. There, it's on you. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Peace out. Oh, I said finish. Alright, YouTube. Good night on the YouTube. Oops, hang on. Hold on there, Jethro. And